So you hear the soundtrack, right? Remember it. Seriously, remember it. As I show you how to actually do the bonus stage in 6. By the way, welcome back, guys. Sorry that this premiere has been released literally a day before the next premiere actually is. Now, a couple of things. Why it's being released now instead of Tuesday. So the power went out at my place, and we couldn't take care of that situation until basically when I'm pretty much recording this right now. So I couldn't really do anything, and by the time they fixed the electricity, I had to like go to sleep to get ready to go to work. And well, this is pretty much my schedule now, and so I had to move whatever I was doing. I was going to do yesterday to today, basically. So that's basically it. The whole premise of this stage is just making sure that you don't fall off, and then just making sure that you're able to go in a square. If you're not able to, then just move to the next one, and everything should be fine. Try not to stray away too far, and then like if you got to stray away, just make another square, kind of like how I'm doing right now, and that's how you're gonna get what you need to get. Because now I'm like literally like 5 seconds ahead, I believe. I might be, or it might be on pace actually. I could be on pace, but yeah. Sorry that I'm talking over this, but like yeah, this is the finale. So you're gonna expect to get something. You might score. This is the final level. I did this on every other stage too. So yeah, 5 seconds ahead. I was literally 5 seconds ahead. So there you go. You want to make sure you jump to the right when you're done. Make sure you're on the, on the actual like thing. So, anyways, yeah, here we are. Here we are. So mazes. In order to 100% complete this game, you have to play marathon mode. And you're thinking like, oh, well, there's like, what, 2 stages in Pirates Cove, the Ruins has 2, and the others have 3. Not too bad, right? No, you're wrong. There are 6 stages in every area. So basically, in this whole entire premise of the video, we are watching me play Pac-Man. But something's up here. Because I don't think this is actually how Pac-Man is played. Like the original arcade game, if I presume on that. You see, there is a twist on it in Pac-Man World where the rejuvenation areas are in different places. They can be. And as you can see, I just got a fruit just out of nowhere, like not even expecting it. I was not even expecting it. I wasn't even trying to aim for the fruit. I was just trying to aim for the next power pellet because it was near me. And now that time I was aiming for it. So, yeah, this is gonna be this video. You will see the final boss at some point, I promise you on that one. You will. But in order to 100% complete this game, you have to beat this. And actually, quote unquote, you're not gonna 100% this game. In order to fully complete this game, you're going to 98% this game. So when you listen to that soundtrack, or at least listen to the song that's playing in the title screen, I forgot what the 3rd stage was called in the mansion area, but it's well, I mean, it's pretty obvious of what it's called and whatnot, you know, right? So yeah, I don't know, like, I want you guys to take a listen for that, because really, like, you're gonna hear this over and over and over again for the entirety of the video. I'm going as quickly as I can. I'm not trying to bullcrap my way around this entire maze at all, because it's you know, I'm not. I really am not. I'm just trying to mind. Well, I'm not minding my business, but I'm trying to complete this. I do die a couple times throughout this marathon, but that's okay. It does count to your lives, like in the actual like quest mode. So keep that in mind. If you ever like want to try to like complete anything else in this game, and yeah, not really much else to say other than Pinky having an obsession of having hearts whenever you take damage from literally. Hearts come out of Pinky, you take damage from her specifically, but all the other ghosts, it's just you get little squiggly lines. Well. By the way, I'm eating, so I'm sorry. This is literally my schedule. You're going to be hearing me eat once in a while, because I do need to eat. So, I'll try to, like, keep that to a minimum once we get to, like, the next, like, once we get to the next area, obviously. But, yeah. So, not to have the dead silence, but I'm gonna, list a couple things about this channel that I'm going to be doing moving forward. And after I move forward with it, like things are going to happen. And, you know, obviously, yeah. So the next LP is going to be it's not going to be Pac-Man related. It's going to be Mario related again. But as I said, it's not going to be Mario's not going to be the main star of the show. Someone else is. But Mario will be in it. So keep that in mind. And it's gonna be that's basically the whole premise of this whole series for the next few LPs. LP number 15 probably will have Mario as the star of the show for sure, but he'll be sharing the spotlight obviously. He has to, you know. It's only fair. So this is basically the third stage for the Pirate Cove. So these are like stages that didn't exactly make it to like the Galaxy part of the game. So yeah, there's that to look at too. Sorry, getting off topic here, but yeah, but basically the whole premise of the next few LPs, I'm probably gonna just commentate over it. If you do want to see live gameplay, I'm gonna try it for the first video on the next LP. And yeah, look, there's look at the parrots are there. It's the fourth stage, I believe, around now. So this is gonna be amazing, you know. So I don't know. Sorry for the awkward silence. So I thought I share some things and probably leave a video in the description below for, like, honestly, shout out to this guy over here. I literally forgot his name. But I just recently saw, like, all the dialogues that, you know, like, you know, like, basically, like, what I confirmed. So, with Miss Pac-Man being, like, I've mentioned what Miss Pac-Man was gonna say if you forgot the key, like, man, you sure took your time, right? Oh, no key. Let me guess, no key. Like, basically, like, kind of like being sarcastic. Which, I mean, it matches Miss Pac's, it matches her description of a character. It really does. Like, she matches Pac-Man. She completes Pac-Man, basically. It's very complimentary to each other in a way. I'm just surprised that they broke up. I was really rooting for these two to keep. So I was right initially with what Puka said when you try to rescue him. Are you gonna just look at me, or are you gonna open this cage? So this is what happens in the original game. This is just in the original game. By the way, I got Pac-Sis and Baby Pac-Man mixed up. Apparently they're not the same character. And I really want to apologize for that for anybody who is very deep into the lore of this game. I am very sorry. And it's even sadder to say that Pac Jr. isn't even in the remake. He's Pac Boy. That's it. And, yeah. So, Pac-Man not only lost the kids, but, yeah, he has a new set of kids now. But still, though, it just seems so wrong in so many ways. Like, who did Pac-Man get involved with before getting involved with Pac-Man? Well, that's fun. Yeah, that's great. I died. So that's fun. Anyways, so yeah, let's get on to Baby Pac-Man. So Baby Pac-Man, literally he's like, "Daddy, oh baby, sweet baby." Best dialogue in the game. I don't know. I guess just babies in general just have the best dialogue in any game. Yo, Pinky, you getting a little bit close right here. Like I'm gonna have to pull a restraining order on you. So now, what was it? Pac Junior or Junior Pac-Man. Yeah, so Junior Pac-Man or Pac Junior. When you try to try to free him out of the cage without having the key. Like if you forget the key, he basically states like, "Hey, yo, Pop." He didn't say yo, Pop, but he says, "Pop, raise the water level. I want to get out of here." You know, and there's actually unique dialogue if you don't raise the water level but also have the key. It's actually quite fascinating. So I'm gonna link you the video. Yeah, I'm gonna link you the video to the original description below, and then on top of that, like on the next premiere, I will have for instance, like I will have the what was it? I will have it ready, hopefully, the dialogues for all the characters if we don't have the key in time to rescue all of them. And yeah, that's basically the premise of it, right? So, man, this is getting very choppy. Sorry, it's getting choppy on my end. Part of me is like wondering if I should have just exported the video before reacting to it. So yeah, there's that. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Really, that's all I can really say. Now we're on to the ruins finally. So, other things about this game that I want to share. Oh, there's a lot of unused levels that I want to at least also put in the description. Put it in the description below, for you to check out as well, because there's a lot of unused levels that are there but haven't been shown exactly. So I mean, it makes sense to share that with you guys, because there's people that have actually put their time dedicated to showcase the levels, said levels and whatnot. Okay, well that's fun. I'm gonna just hurry up and get that. I should have just gotten it initially, but that's fine. Alright, so the only one I didn't eat was Clyde. That's crazy. Surprised. I'm really surprised here. So I'm showing the maze up close enough. I want to at least show that, so for anybody who has epilepsy, sorry, this. Honestly, if anybody has epilepsy and watching my videos are not for you. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you come to my channel, there's epilepsy warning, a lot of flashy stuff. Lots of flashy stuff. Just FYI, because I don't want to screw you guys over and health inspector coming on my door or something like that. But anyways, what were you doing? What was I doing? What was I doing? I should have just went for it. Maybe the controllers got screwed up or something. Maybe that's probably what happened. But yeah, so there's unused levels for the Pirate Cove. There's unused levels for the ruins, which explains why there's only 2 levels in the ruins in the ruins level, or in the ruins area. So it makes a lot of sense. And oh great, we're getting into the traps already. That's gonna be fun to do. Okay, so there's that, and there's a dialogue. There's definitely unique dialogue for sure. But like I said, I don't want to spoil too much because this person that went out of their way, they literally went out of their way to like try to like, you know, tell you stuff to like get things going. Like literally went out of their way to tell you things. So when they did do this, like for them to like play through, I think it was like the third circus level. Yeah, to play through that 3 times, that is pure dedication right there. I am not kidding you. That is absolute pure dedication. That's like, shoot. Apparently a lot of people had like a lot of issues with this game with like being very difficult. I personally kind of did as well, so I can't say too much on that stance on. Yeah, like really, I can't. It's not like it was not exactly a cakewalk in the park or anything like that either. So, anyways, how does this game suggest Miss Pac-Man? Well, I'll tell you. So you know how the fruits are kind of like bouncing around instead of like being like in one spot? So that's a thing for Pac-Man. Like it stays in one spot. Like it's always gonna be there. Pac-Mania. What's another one? Like Pac-Man Arrangement, the remake of Arrangement. It's always there, especially in Pac-Man World 2. I'm just stating the facts here. But in Miss Pac-Man, the fruits do move around the entire maze, and you can, well, I mean, in fact, like, you know, grab them as you please. I mean, it's just gonna be a bit of time to grab it. But from what I've heard, Miss Pac-Man is actually like a faster character than Pac-Man actually is, and I can definitely see how that's the case because Miss Pac-Man is pretty fast. When I played the arcade game of Miss Pac-Man, it's absolutely challenging to some degree, which is why a lot of people are probably fans of her. Not mention the fact that it is a female character you are playing as, so it's like, oh yeah, we like playing as a female character. Like a lot of gamers do. I mean, I'm sure of it. They really do like to play as a female character. It makes sense, I guess, to some degree. But yeah. So when there's that whole premise of it, I'm not making the same mistake twice. We'll grab them every time. Nah, let's just go get the 2 dots. Just go get the 2 pellets. Pinky's like, where'd he go? I'm over here. I just ate all the pellets. So yeah, there we go. So now we're on the 4th stage of the ruins, which is still not like all the mazes technically. I think actually, didn't we like? Isn't this technically in the 1st stage? Because I remember, if I remember correctly, there was 2 Galaxian mazes in the 2nd stage of the ruins. I could be wrong, but I could also be right with that one. Because I do remember traps being in one of the mazes when I initially did it. So it makes sense to some degree. I would hopefully think so on that one. Oh my gosh. Get up! Yes! Give me my health back. Yeah, baby! Here we go. Sorry. What else do I want to share about? Oh yeah, so like my power went out. Oh yeah, I might as well just share the story on that one. So it's crazy because I mean I guess it's a little personal, but it's like it's also kind of stupid how this happened. But like when it came to like when the power went out and stuff like that, I essentially what I did was so I was leaving the. Usually go to my Bible study group, right? So I was going to my Bible study group, and I was leaving the house, and the power went out. Because yeah, I mean, the power was already going out, and I was like, oh, flip. I guess I can't really export the video, can I? No, I cannot. Or I can't really do anything at the moment, so that's fine. And then on top of that, like, yeah, that's just what happened. Because I couldn't exactly edit the video to its full potential until, like, basically the time that I'm recording the video right now. So that's what happened. Now, unfortunately, the normal route that I usually use to get to where I need to get to. I'm trying to remember tonight, but I was trying to go through. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. So I went through the route, right? And so the normal road I would go through. Okay, well, if it's blocked off, then I'll try to take the turn. Well, that was not an option either. So I straight up decided, you know what? I'm gonna have to just turn myself around. And so that's what I did. Because there was a bunch of cops in the scenery. I don't know what the heck happened, but I was just like bullshitting to them, like, hey, should I turn around? Should I tell everyone else to turn around? What's the deal? Because I want to make sure that I'm complying to, like, you know, what needs to be done. Because I don't want to be stuck here, but I also don't want to screw you guys over by not listening to you guys. You know, I know they're just cops, so they're gonna have to, like, compromise to some degree. I mean, with state troopers, good luck with that one. They're not gonna comply or to, like, they're not gonna frickin', like, I don't know, like, I don't know, but the whole premise of this, like, so I ended up just turning around. So I was like, okay, cool. And it was like 6:30 p.m., right? It was like 6:30 p.m. when I left, right? Okay, so I was like, this is fine. I don't know how to navigate this maze without taking damage. It's extremely frustrating. For the most part, it really is. Because I'm like, can I get through this entire maze without having to set off a booby trap? It was like the controls are kind of crap with that song. Like, it is. It's actual crap. I just went for it straight up. I literally did. I really straight for the bullet. I was just like, I don't give two craps. I don't just let me take the damage and then just move on. Which I didn't do. Which, yeah, I made it. So that's good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I drove to the event. The event was like only like 10 minutes away, so it wasn't like that big of a deal to like alternate my route, so that was fine. I got there on time. Well, actually, I got there 10 minutes prior, but yeah. So I got there, and then I left the event, and I barely got home at like what was it, almost 10 o'clock, and it was like what 9:30. I tried using the same route again, couldn't. So I had to make myself turn right. And then some idiot decides, oh, you're not driving correctly. You drive too slow. I was just driving the speed. Literally, I was just driving the speed limit. I usually just drive the speed limit, or at most like 5 over. That's how I usually handle it. Binky, you should have went the other direction if you were gonna try to grab me. Oh, never mind. She was like 3 steps ahead. She coordinated that very well. Okay. Cool. Nice. So, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Sorry. But what was I saying? Oh, so I go back and this doofus decides to like speed ahead of me. So I'm like, you know what? Fine. Go ahead, take the lead. Have fun. So then the dude like literally like didn't even wait a couple seconds to past the stop sign, because the street had a stop sign. And then my decision was, you know what? It's not. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go all the way through on this road, so I'm gonna have to go back the alternate route that I was going through before. So thankfully, I turned right, and then dude was like, "What happened?" He slowed down all of a sudden, cause he was zooming too, right into the cops. I'm like, you know what? I hope you get ticketed for that and not get arrested, because what you just did back there, they honestly I could have pulled you on for a felony charge, or they could have easily pulled you for a felony charge on that one for speeding the way you did. Because the dude was literally like rift rafting right across me, and it was like, dude, what are you freaking doing? You're being a freaking moron. And I don't know, that's just how it was. That's just how the cookie was crumbling on that one. But I made it home by like 10 and it was fine. But it was just so stupid, like, wondering, like, I kind of had to wonder, like, if there was an accident that bad, that it was still there 3 hours later, what the heck happened? That's what I'm kind of, like, curious about and concerned about, because this is literally right by my house. And I was like, yo, is everything good? And this accident could have happened anywhere. I'm not gonna say what exactly. Actually, it might be on the news, so I don't know if I should say if it's right by my house or not. But it's not like you're gonna find my house anyway, because I literally could be stating where. I mean, I'm not stating exactly where it is, but if you know me in real life, you know where it is. If you don't, good luck finding me, I guess. In real life, it's considering that you don't even know my face, so there's that too. More on that, I guess, if you guys ever decide that you want me to get 100 subscribers or not, we'll see if that's going to ever be possible by the end of the year. But yeah, let's make it happen. If not, that's fine. If you guys want to be like that, that's fine. You don't have to make it happen. I'm not gonna cry about it. It's fine. Now, some key factors that I've seen in this game is the costumes that the original Ghosts in the Arcade wear, like Blinky, Pinky, they're all wearing an astronaut costume right now. And I think it's cool that, like, unique ghosts like this, like, have this. And I think it's due to the amount of resources, so I think it makes sense that that's why they went the route that they did. In terms of, like, you know, Banyan Ghost and obviously the four original ghosts not being, like, obviously not being the bosses, but they're also, like, just being common enemies that you have to have a power fountain to, like, take them out. So, like, that, I mean, it makes sense to some degree, right? So I don't know, like, let's see. What was I talking about before? That's all the accident? Yeah. So I don't know what exactly happened. I don't really care either, to be honest, because I mean, I might be stuck on the question for a little bit, but not as long as on that one. I'm not a fan of the lasers, as I said before, but it kind of makes sense. For trap wise, I just wish they don't last that long. It's kind of annoying that they're there, and it's just like I mean, it's at least it's following a pattern to some degree, but it's just kind of hard to, like, follow the pattern if you get my drift on that one. Don't get trapped. Oh, there you go, perfect. It's really important that you do pay attention to, like, what's happening with the lasers and everything. It's going. Ooh! Okay, we were close. We were close on that one. We didn't die in this maze. That's impressive. That's actually quite impressive that we didn't die in this maze. Really, it is. So now we're on the last two stages of Space 1. So we're about to reach halfway through this video, I think. Almost halfway through. I'll let you know when we're halfway through, because it's like, this is the video. Sorry, y'all. This is the premiere. You're gonna enjoy it whether you like it or not. I don't know if you're speaking in chat right now or anything like that, but yeah, here I am. This is what we're watching, and this is your content for the space video. For at least for the Pac-Man mazes. Let me know if you want to play the original arcade game just for laughs, giggles. I'll see if I can. Or maybe I'll just list out what my actual score is. Maybe. Actually, I don't know if I want to touch that game. I don't know if I want to touch this game because there was some frustrating factors in this game that stuff like that. For instance, I think this game is good in a challenging aspect for sure. It definitely separates real gamers from people who just casually play video games. It really does separate the crowd. But at the same time, it's like, what are we doing? So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just like damage boosting my way through this maze because that's the only thing I can do at this point. And it's really annoying that that's the case, that I have to do this, but it is the case. Right, because there's a bunch of lasers everywhere that's doing motions and it's going zoo, 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 zoo. And it's like, yeah, it's extremely annoying. So there's that. But at least in the last space stage, like, it actually makes sense. Like, you know, for it to have what it has for obstacles. So I enjoyed you know, this maze a lot more because it's just meteors. You know, there's meteor showers happening. So I think it's fine, honestly. Personally, I think it's fine. It's not that hard as the other mazes were. The other mazes were definitely a headache for sure. And I wonder if there's any other similarities that anybody would talk about this from this Pac-Man exactly. Because I know, like, there are certain sound effects that come from this Pac-Man. Well, like at least the Miss Pac-Man. Excuse me, the Miss Pac-Man game in general. And yeah, I know there's some sound effects that come from that game right after that. But in the remake, there are some soundtracks that I'm surprised, like no one came after Namco about this, but at the same time, I'm glad they didn't because there would have been some very alternative changes to the soundtrack. So I don't know. I don't go on that one. But not really looking forward to trying to get all the dialogue for the remake, but we'll see. And by the time you guys try to help me out, I'm pretty much already gonna be done finding all the dialogue for it. So there's that to look at too. We're in the circus now, so okay. We're getting there. We're getting to the nitty-gritty of it. Let's see. These mazes are not too bad. I'm quite a fan of the funhouse. The funhouse wasn't too bad in the sense of the mazes. The mazes were not at all a problem. They really weren't. I enjoyed the mazes. I liked the costumes that they had. What else do I like about them? I liked Baby Pac-Man's dialogue. Whenever like you rescue her, and especially like I said, like if you forget to like rescue her or try to rescue her, it's just not gonna end well exactly. So it's just like, oh yeah, shoot, great, that's fun. So there's that. A little on the frustrating side for sure, but it's like, it happens, right? So it's like, I don't know what next fruit's gonna be happening, but they usually just spawn and then like other stuff happens. So it's like, yeah, there you go. You get another fruit, bell, and yeah, it's quite interesting on how the game works when it comes to the maze marathon. It's a good thing that I have a lot of lives to want to like just be able to continue this through. Oh, and you also get a reward for doing the maze marathon too, which I can't wait to show you guys soon because you know, we're like still on 153 lives, so that's a good thing. Really, it's a really good thing that we've come to this point. And yeah, I don't know. It's really hard. It's really hard to tell. Really hard to say. So, with that being said, some events that have happened. I'm not beating around the bush on it, but of course, there's a lot of controversy going on, obviously. Considering that this happened this past weekend, and I'm just gonna come out right now. Since we're in like kind of a child area. More appropriate time to be saying this. I feel like a more appropriate time to be saying this for constructive criticism will be in the factory area, but bringing this up. So, and it's a huge concern of mine because I loathe how this like how things are going to be handled. Like I loathe how things are being handled in these certain situations because if they're not getting handled properly, then it's like there's gotta be a better way to handle these situations. So on Friday, on January 17th, in New York, someone was held at gunpoint. Not someone I knew personally, just someone like someone I don't know at all, but still a person, you know. So like I care about this, you know, to some degree, right? So somebody was being held at gunpoint to steal from a store, and there's an event going on. So thankfully nobody got hurt, but a lot more crime is happening with this particular item, and it's really stupid that this is the case because, you know, like, it does affect, I don't know how many times I've seen Nintendo, like, considering that I'm, like, someone who's neutral to Nintendo, but also it's, like, there's stuff that I have to call out that it is, and, I was kind of speculating on talking myself about this earlier about calling out things, but like whenever I call out things, I hope that you guys know whenever I call out things, I'm calling it out in good faith and not just trying to bull crap my way around to make myself look good or make certain things look good. I'm just here to expose the truth because I want people to know what's currently going on and how things are going to be handled moving forward and how people really should be aware about certain things and certain situations that it's like, yeah, no, like really, like certain things need to be handled better. So when I reached this premise of this topic, of someone being held at gunpoint for something very, very childish, in fact, in my eyes, very stupid, you have to wonder to yourself, how did we get to this point in society? Really, how did we get to this point? Because when you look at the premise of like how people act nowadays and how people would act reasonable and not act reasonable, you have to wonder to yourself, like, why do people not act reasonable when it comes to like times when you need to act reasonable? I don't know if that made any sense. But generally, like, in full summary, just why can't people act reasonable anymore? Like, why? Why can't they? Like, really sit with that question. Now that you sat with that question, not to rush you. Not to rush you. Now, let me know if this makes any sense or makes anything of logic. Okay? I'm sitting here listening about someone getting held at gunpoint for an event being planned in New York. Just to, have some fun and just, a good old time with other people. Just to create, a bondage in the community. Just creating fun for the community. Creating things to benefit, good things to the community, basically. So, I don't understand the pain of it all, like, from the person's perspective, because it's a little flipped up to, like, realize what happened. And I'm like, yes, I'm jumping around the gun on this one, sorry. So, for those of you that are a fan of Pokemon, how are you feeling right now with that there are people that represent your fan base, represent your community, holding people at gunpoint just to get a couple of Pokemon cards? How does that make you feel? If I were to hear about anybody from my community, like being a Mario fan, a Pac-Man fan, a Sonic fan, doing similar stuff just to get a video game related to the said topic or same situation, I would feel embarrassed, extremely embarrassed, because this isn't something to be like all lighthearted about. This is the real world, and unfortunately, people can't act rationally anymore to the point where it's like, it's Pokemon cards, for crying out loud. There's not going to be much worth to some of them. In fact, when it comes to the rare cards that you want to collect, it's supposed to be for fun, but now the fun of the game is just like kind of like being taken over by adults who are too thirsty to get a job. Instead of like collecting Pokemon cards to try to get them through the machine and stuff like that. And instead, they're just going around, parading around the machines to get a Pokemon card, so that way they can pay off their debts and whatnot. When they really should be doing to pay off their debts is working at a job and a hard day's work, but instead they want to waste their day collecting Pokemon cards, keep buying Pokemon cards, which, by the way, I don't even know how you have the money to begin with to buy such Pokemon cards with such rarities, because I know, yes, there are cards that are like, oh, they're going to be worth up to like 5K, 10K, even 20K. And so, like, having a card like that, like, can really, 20K can change a person's life to some degree. But I'm an advocate to saying, like, yes, it can change their life, but it's just to what point, I don't know. It really depends on the person and how they spend their money. And if your financial decision is, I'm going to throw all my money away to buy more Pokemon cards, to find the rarest kinds, and here I am, I didn't have the rarest kind, so I'm going to sell this back to the community. Oh shoot, I can't, because I'm just sitting here, not getting a job, and I just want to buy Pokemon cards all day. Even though there are machines out in the world that probably are limiting anybody to get like multiple turns, because it probably will recognize your face like, oh shoot, like, looks like you can't get any Pokemon cards right now. You already used up your privilege for today, so try again tomorrow. But you're like, I don't want to wait till tomorrow, so how do I glitch through this to, like, be able to, like, get this stuff that was in multiple days to be able to grab it, whenever. So that, I don't know how, like, I don't know. I just think it's very irrational and illogical to think like, oh, one day I'm gonna be rich by buying Pokemon cards. I really don't see it. It's really stupid in my opinion. It's really stupid. And for someone to hold somebody at gunpoint just for a couple of cards, and this is literal plastic. Literal plastic. Why are we holding people up at gunpoint for plastic? Do people not value a human life anymore? Apparently, I guess not. I'm gonna say probably not, which is very sad to say because I would like as much as now I'm someone who's like not very social with a lot of people. I'm very selective with who my friends are, and so I'm not the most like I don't really like people. That's just how I am. I really don't like people. Now, I'll be open to making new friends. Like, if said person wants to be my new friend, sure, you can be my friend. Just don't expect, don't expect me to change my personality for you because this is just who I am. And obviously, I mean, I'm pretty sure said friend knows that, but I'm just throwing it out there. For safekeepings and just like for compliance and whatnot. I mean, it just makes rational sense, you know. And like I said, back to the Pokemon thing. It's just literal plastic. It's a human life. Why are we, threatening to shoot people for plastic when there's human life at risk of, being dead? And if if you don't comply with us by giving us that new Pokemon game or giving us this, then we're gonna blow your freaking brains out. And it's like that's just not appropriate way of thinking. It's just very irrational ways of thinking. And from what I've heard, there's like fights that have been breaking out just to get Pokemon cards because one time there was this kid and his dad or something. They were exiting a grocery store, and this is the scenario how it plays out. Little Timmy wants to have a Pokemon card collection, just get a deck of cards, basically. That's what the machine produces. Now, two grown men are like standing around trying to get another turn to try to manipulate the machine by making it forget who they are by using other people's faces and IDs to then pay for the Pokemon cards to pay a bunch worth. And it's just it really boggles my mind on how things will get handled in that department because it like I said, it's very stupid in my opinion that this in fact is just going on. And I'm not I'm not approving it. Well, I don't think anybody knew I don't think anybody thought that I was approving of grown men waiting for Pokemon cards. Because the thing is, the Pokemon card machine, it will limit the amount of times you can use it. So per person with face recognition, alright, so you used up your turn for today, come back tomorrow and move on from there. So then the dad is like, why are you two waiting in front of the machine? You should not be waiting in line. You already used up your turn. Get back away. And so then a fight breaks out, and it's like, well, to be fair, I'm going to wait for my Pokemon cards. So, I'm going to manipulate the system by, coming back an hour later or 2 hours later. That's not how it works, though. You have to realize this is literal children stuff. That's like me fighting for candy from kids. The kids go to a candy store, and say that they're enjoying candy, so because I want to enjoy candy so badly, I can't fit to move on. And it's a huge issue because it's I think I found the scope of it of the nostalgia factor of. Well, first of all, the nostalgia factor of it, but also the debt collecting things, right? And it's a huge problem in society. I really do think so. Because personally in my life, I've kind of had to resolve this myself. Not in a reasonable way. I wasn't trying to pin anybody down by any means in this regard. But I was trying to do it in a way where know, I was trying to get something back in a way, but I realized it was time to kind of like move on. It makes sense, you know, right? It does. It does make sense. So like, what was it? I've heard streamers say about this, but like, you know, there's people that are like mentally like, I don't know, just mentally not there, and so they try to recreate their childhood, and it's just very disturbing to see like a grown man or grown female recreating like what their entire like house looks like, looking like what their childhood room looks like, because that is what they grew up with. Now, I'm an advocate for decorating my house. Like, once I get my own house, or if I ever get my own house or something like that, I will decorate it with stuff, you know, that I want to decorate it with. I'm probably gonna have some Mario figures around the house, but nothing like too crazy where it's like it looks like a playroom, the entire house. It's gonna be welcoming enough. It's just like, oh yo, this guy likes Mario. This guy likes video games. Oh, that's cool. Like he just has them displayed, and that's just how I am, you know. And then the rest, I'm probably just gonna have in storage, right? Appropriately, and then obviously I'll have regular decor around the house if I ever decide to do regular decor. But I'm a pretty simplistic guy, so I don't really need much in the house. Whatever I have right now that's cluttered in my room, that's gonna be spread out throughout the entire house. That's just how I'm gonna roll with it. And there's stuff that I have stored in the box in another place, so it's just sitting there until I figure it out. That is it. But anyways, moving forward, there's a lot of unresolved drama with a lot of people in society today. And I think we need to resolve this like right away and really nip it in the butt, because it's not something to be taken lightly to be like, oh, like this is okay. No, this is definitely not okay. Why are we trying to recreate something that... Why are we trying to recreate memories of you being 8 years old when you're 23 years old? Why are we trying to do these things? I don't think it's appropriate at all. There's a time and place for everything, and all good things have to come to an end at some point. You know, there's things that I wish I could still do nowadays, but you know what? I'm okay with moving on because it's not my time right now. I'm older now, and you know, now it's time to create new things and create more memories and create a new rhythm of how I handle life. Now that I'm older, I'm at a stage of life where I want to lock the heck in and just do stuff that will benefit, you know, for myself in the long run, while also like thinking about my future and also having fun, but having fun once in a while and not, you know, like, you know, obviously being available. I want to be available for people, obviously, and I am. And that's the whole premise of it. I want to, because like, I used to be in this, like last year I would probably say like, I think I would say stuff like, man, I wish I had friends that I could hang out like with every week, you know, meet up with every week, and like, you know, it would be a great thing, and then like, I would see them every week, we would do stuff every week, we would hang out constantly every week, which, looking back at that, I would find that very exhausting for myself and for my friend, because if we're trying to get through goals and get some stuff done in our lives to like benefit ourselves for the future, to like be able to like have time to enjoy things like in a spread out manner, we can't, you know, we can't just sit here and act like idiots. We have to like lock in and do stuff that's appropriate to our age. So, and like, for someone that's my age, like, yeah, they're gonna probably want to, like, what, party, right? They're gonna want to party every weekend, hang out with the guys, hang out with the girls, whatever gender you are, whatever. If you're female, you're probably gonna want to hang out with the ladies, have a ladies' night out. If you're the guys, you want to have a guys' night out or have a guys' stakeout or something like that. That's probably what you want to do. I understand that completely. I'm past that point, and it took me a year to realize that I'm okay with moving on from it, because whenever I, when I moved on, you know, like, the last time I guess, like, for Christmas, like, it was the best time I had in a while, because I was hanging out with my friends from my friend group, we met up, and it was a time of our lives that we haven't had in a while. Now, obviously, like, a couple of days later, I invited them out for lunch. Like, yeah, we just hang out. Yeah, we did, but now more of our friends that are out of town are in town, so let's use this chance to hang out, actually. You know? It's their loss if they don't want to hang out, but whatever. in that sense. Like, I was just like, yeah, like, no, let's hang out for lunch. Let's do stuff. Because they were asking, like, well, who's coming to lunch? Like, oh, these guys. Like, I mean, we're out for lunch. We're out here. Everyone's visiting. Why not take the chance to, like, get everyone acquainted and catch up and stuff like that? It's our friend group for crying out loud. Let's do this. So then that's what I did. And now we're continuing our legacy on that one. But now we're moving on and just kind of like we'll hang out when we get the chance for everyone to move back. Or not move back, but like just for everyone, when everyone's visiting, we'll take the chance to hang out again a little bit more often because this is our friend group we're talking about, you know? And yeah, it's a little bit personal for my life to like share that out loud, but it's the truth. And like, I'm not someone who wants to hang out with someone every week. I'm gonna probably want to take a week off from hanging out with someone, or maybe a couple weeks from hanging out with someone. I mean, literally right now, I'm just kind of, you know, like decompressing from hanging out with so many people right now because I mean it's January right now. I mean, we just had Christmas, we just had New Year's Eve and New Year's, and what was it like? That's literally what we just had. So right now, I'm decompressing. I'm pretty sure a lot of I'm sure a lot of my friends are decompressed already and they're ready to hang out again. I just need to reach out or whatnot. I'm sure. Right now, I'm just still decompressing because I literally just this morning I reached out to somebody, like, hey, a month from now, do you want to hang out? You know, just to catch up. Because there was actually a friend that I never caught up with. It's been a year, and I was like, you know what, it's time. Let's hang out. Like, so that we can try to hang out more consistently, like, throughout the year. And not, like, every month. I'm just, like, saying, like, throughout the year. Because I know this guy is very busy with his immediate family and whatnot. And so I understand, like, hey, like, family comes first. And then that's the whole premise with marriage too, which I'll talk about in another video in a completely different day when it's relevant to talk about it, but not right now. Because right now we're talking about, you know, growing up basically. We need to be okay with growing up. And there was a streamer that talked about this, I don't know if it was recently, I think it was like maybe a month ago or 2 months ago. But like, yeah, time flies, so whatever, it is what it is. And he saw like, so it was like, he would act like a stupid idiot, and when he was like 8 or 9 years old or something, he would like throw rocks at like people's cars or something. I don't know. I guess that's what they find enjoyment of. So then one day, so like he's driving right now, right? He was just driving by, probably just to get some stuff. And he drove by a school bus, and the same kids, were doing the same stupid crap, you know, years later. And the streamer couldn't just help but smile because, you know, it's like, you know, tradition's there, and like it's good to see that, like, yeah, a memory that you would want to reminisce on doing again, but now that you're seeing other people enjoying to do said memory, you know, you get to see that continue forward. It's nice. And it's like, it's also heartwarming to see that, like, okay, it's continuing. It's not ending anytime soon by any means. It's not a bad thing. By any means, for me at least, I don't think it's a bad thing. When I was, what was it? What was something that I wish for, you know, like, to happen in high school? Let's see. In high school, my team, well, yeah. I think it's an appropriate thing to say. I'm sure, I don't know if the high schoolers watch this or not. If you know me in real life, hi guys. But so we, like, in my cross country team, in my cross country team. Can Inky stop? Thank you. Sorry, little snapper. But anyways, let me forward on that one. So when I whatchamacallit? So when I was a teenager, we used to like do like we would do pasta parties. That's still going on right now, and we would have the coaches come along, right? So I was thinking like, oh, I could come along because like I was a coach again or something like that, or assistant coach. But unfortunately, my head coach has moved on to doing his own thing because he already started his own life with his own, you know, stuff. So it's just left with me. But me not being like socially active into the scene of knowing what's going on and being what's rad or hip, cool in the kids' eyes, basically. Like, it's just like, should I go? Not really. I don't feel like I should be going. But I think it's something that, traditionally wise, like, it's something of the past, and it's not something appropriate for me to like try to like be a part of, or try to string myself along to be a part of, because it isn't my place, basically. But to see that the tradition like continue in such a manner of like, hey, we are able to do this, and you know, I may not be part of it, that's okay, because well, at least it's still going, and I may not be the one part of it, but at least it happened, and now I can say like, you know what, I'm glad it's still happening, and it's there, and I hope it continues, that they know what they're doing on how to like pass on the tradition. Those some stupid things like that, I don't know. Actually, yeah, you know what? What are some stupid things that you guys used to do when you were younger that now you see a generation behind you do? That you're like, I'm so glad that this is still happening. Because it's so cute that this is happening now. Like, seeing younger people do this still. And because, like, knowing that I used to do this, like, the younger people are doing this now. Even though I'm over it and I'm too tired to do it, it's still nice to see this kind of happen. You gotta be flipping my lid right now. You gotta be flipping my lid. That is actually annoying. That is actually annoying. What the heck? Oh well. So, yeah, I was trying to do this maze without dying, but I guess that's not gonna happen. All because of freaking Funky over here. Trying to ruin, like, the whole pattern of just having 4 ghosts in the maze. Which, by the way, the next maze is just Funky's. By the way, if you guys remember. So yeah, there's that. I don't know what else in this game that I can say I remember about, but yeah, I don't know. Really, I really don't know. It's a dark maze in here. So it's just funky. One by one, they come out. Oh great! I lost a health bar. That's fun. It's funny how like Funky actually actively chases me whenever he gets a chance. Or like it's just like, oh okay, like this is how we're running things now. I don't know. It just seems very odd for me, at least. Oh shoot. Okay, go this way. Go this way, go that way. So how do you move on? If you're like someone that, okay, I don't want to be a mentally unstable person. I want to move on, but I can't like hang on to the past. I would say look into yourself, pray about it. That's what I did. I prayed about it. Kind of like let life take its place, to let myself experience the things I need to experience and realize what needs to be happening in order to like get through some stages in life that I need to get through. I look at other people's lives, consider like what's going on in their lives, and see that like, okay, I should probably be doing the same thing because that's what everybody else that's my age is doing. Considering that I'm at a stage of life, like as I said before, I'm open to having new friends, but I'm not gonna actively look for new friends, right? I'm past that stage of like, hey, so my name is this, and like I'm already past that stage. Like I said, I'm open to making new friends. I'm not saying like, hey, if you want to make a new friend and it happens to be me, I'm not saying like, no, go screw off. I'm not saying that at all by any means. What I am saying is, I'm not going to be actively being the one reaching my arm out like for new friends because like I said, I'm past the point of trying to make new friends because I feel like And, like, I'm gonna make new friends for sure in my lifetime, for sure. Like, there's probably gonna be new friends I'm gonna be making, like 3, 4, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I'm pretty sure of it. That's just the premise of life. That's just how it works. It makes sense. It really just does. It really just makes sense. So, with this being the final max we finally made, you guys. We really actually did. That's crazy. Oh! Can we get it all? Can we get all of them? Can we get all of them? Please. Tell me that we got all of them. I actually forgot what happens in this sequence. Let's see. Oh, 5? Pinky wants to be annoying. Get over here, Pinky. Okay, we gotta get all the ghosts. Ah, flip! I didn't get all of them. Yeah, 'cause there's Funky and there's Blinky right over there. That's fun. I like how the Galaxians are like the last like fruit in this maze. Okay, let's see if we get all of them. I don't think we're gonna get all of them. The most we ever got was 5. That's all we're gonna get. Whoop! Weave, weave, weave. Flip. How did you? Where was I at for a second there? Actually, I kind of lost track where I was at. Let's focus on Pinky for a second there, and then see where Pac-Man is. Like, oh, how did I end up there? And end up getting hurt. So yeah, we did it. Gallery is replaced by the marathon. We've actually did it. So listen to this. Listen to this soundtrack, like, precisely, okay? Because once we're done with the gallery, which I'm gonna show you, like, so, like, this is, like, so this is supposed to be, like, for, like, the map, I'm guessing. Because that was supposed to be for, like, the, I'm assuming for the graveyard one. That's the DJ Ghost. So yeah, that's the DJ Ghost. That's Pac-Man. That's the art, concept art for Pac-Man, obviously, right? So I don't know. That looks cool. So I'm guessing there was supposed to be a ghost that was going to be planting like fires or something like that. There's the factory. I think that's supposed to be the factory or the construction area. And that looks amazing. Oh, okay. This has to do with like the This has to do with like the pack chain links. That's Chompy the cook. That's the cook. That makes the chocolate cake. But anyways, yeah, the pack chain, like eating the ghost up. I think that was supposed to be a concept. Like you eat it power palette as you go along, and then you. Oh, that was supposed to be Windbag. Like he was supposed to have more stuff going on. That's wow. That's good concept right there. I'm kind of wondering what that's supposed to be. If that's supposed to be like, oh, like certain themes are supposed to like be good for Pac-Man and others aren't. That's supposed to be the Pac Alien and Pac-Man doing that. Like, all right, we're doing this. We're gonna go rescue my family for my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Oh, and that's supposed to be the concept for the laser beam, the laser guys. You know those zapping enemies. I'm assuming that was supposed to be the first phase of the Windbag fight. Like the ghosts are just like right on the ship, and like just completely attacking you and blazings and everything. Sounds kind of annoying if you really think around it. Enemy that we see already. Those stupid freaking annoying pieces of crap. So I'm assuming that, like, doing a dash is gonna be beneficial for one of the, like, conveyor belts, but that was scrapped. I'm assuming. Oh, the concepts for the mummies. The mummy enemies. That's actually pretty cool. Look, you got Pac-Man just, like, chilling, like, drinking some water or drinking some soda. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna drink. And that's supposed to be the pirate parrots. That looks pretty cool. Wonder where that was supposed to happen at. I'm gonna say it's probably at down the tubes. That is the concept for the spider. That's actually pretty cool. I wonder if there's supposed to be originally a spider boss in this game, because that actually looks pretty cool. Ooh, there was gonna be a skiing sequence in this game? Dude, I would have loved to see a sequence where... Actually, maybe not, because... I mean... you'll see why. You'll know why. For those of you that are wondering why. You'll find out in a few LPs from now. I wonder where that's supposed to be at. I think that's actually supposed to be, like, the Anubis Rick's cave. And Pac-Man's going for a swim. I'm guessing there was supposed to be like a point where Pac-Man's just on that. Oh, and then there's the tombstones that are walking around. They're like, all right, I'm gonna go get you, Pac-Man. Ah, that was supposed to be the original Chrome Creeper. That looks cool. Yep, there you go. And then he was gonna. Oh yeah, okay. So this happened to Repack. If you guys have seen the Repack video, that kind of happened. Pac-Man was gonna punch? That actually looks pretty sick, actually. And that's Pac-Man, of course. And now Pac-Man's making a snowman. Cool. And then you got, got the concept art that you see at the title screen before the actual game starts. It's pretty cool. And you got the original staffing that's responsible for the game. So that's cool. Alright, now, back to what I said from the beginning of the video. Remember what I said about... Listen to this. So, what did you guys think? A little familiar, huh? With the soundtracks? So, yeah, with the soundtracks... So, with the jingles and the Actually, wait, I'll shut up for hold on.
And now, here's the guy you've all been waiting for. Let's hear it for Pac-Man!
Love me!
The girls are smiling at
hug! You've interfered in my plans for the last time, Pac-Man!
Pac-Man's lair. So this is the attempt that I did before the Maze Marathon, because when I figured out I had to do the Maze Marathon after this, I was so devastated because I thought I'd just finish with the game, but I guess I wasn't. So, but I wasn't too devastated because I get to play this boss fight twice, and it wasn't that bad. I actually had fun with this boss fight. I really did. This boss fight was actually a lot of fun. Do I change anything? Not really. I think appropriately, this boss was intimidating in a lot of ways, but also, I mean, I guess I would have changed the difficulty a little bit, but it wasn't all bad. I'll say that much. It wasn't all bad. Now, let's see. Yeah, the jingle from So the jingle from the title screen theme. When you hear the title screen theme from this game, the when you hear like when you hear the soundtrack play, It originally came from this Pac-Man. So, I'm surprised that Namco was allowed to keep that jingle in the remake without, you know, obviously, like, for legal reasons getting caught on, like, oh, you're using Miss Pac-Man's theme! Which, technically, you kind of did, because it was the Act 1 theme. And bits and pieces from the Act 2 and Act 3 themes were in some soundtracks in this game. I don't want to really be nitpicking and showing what that would be it, but you probably can give a guess on what those themes are. I'll give someone else a chance in the spotlight to like do that research if they want to. So with Pac-Man here, at least 3 pack bombs should take him down a peg to then get him down to the next hit. The reason why I'm doing it safely by just throwing pack pellets at him is because he keeps moving quite a lot, and I was under the impression that he was going to damage me if he touches me. So it wasn't exactly too much of the case, considering I was going to be taking damage regardless. And let's see, like I don't know if I'm going to lose any more damage, but like so everyone that you save in your family, they're going to like help you out in the battle and just kind of rejuvenate your health whenever you're getting like to your weakest point. When you're like at 1 health left completely, they will help you basically. So, and I'm not kidding to you when I'm saying this. This is my first attempt on being the final boss, and I'm having a lot of fun. Really, I am. And I think this boss is really, it was a lot of fun to do. So, yeah, we're here. I'm sorry that I'm not commentating as much, but I'm just kind of in awe right now because, you know, it's also kind of sad to hear this, but the original voice actor for Pac-Man died, unfortunately. So there's that. So I was taking all the chances I can get to take him down. So there is when you want to butt bounce on his head. I didn't catch that impression the first time, unfortunately, but when I tried to do it, I couldn't exactly do it, so I had to really move myself. It was kind of alarming, but I found his pattern like pretty quickly. I learned his pattern pretty quickly. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. I learned his pattern pretty quickly. Oh, one change I will make with this stage and theme and whatever is I would have had the 4 original ghosts here still. Like, I'm not kidding, I would have. Instead of just having a bunch of blinkies here, because it just makes no sense to just have blinkies here when there's already like I don't know, like there's already like, yeah, I thought I was gonna die there. I was ready to like rage quit there, but thankfully I didn't. I was really afraid that I was gonna rage quit. And I thought, I'm kind of glad that the ghosts are not one-hit KOs here because that would have been annoying. There you go. It's funny how he just tries to copy every single move. By the way, there's like people that would like say that. Yeah, so Puka's the only family member in the game that just decides you can handle 1 health. Don't know why. I guess Puka just doesn't like Pac-Man as much, but at the same time, it's like, why are you here then if you're gonna be like this? Yeah, so he's just bouncing all over the place at this point. He's malfunctioning. It's kind of funny to see him malfunction. This attack is hard to dodge, but somehow I was able to like manage to like be able to like take him down a peg. Boom. And there you go. Thank you, Pac Jr. Appreciate it. So you want to jump right there, do a butt bounce right there, and then you should be fine. So you want to butt bounce over him and then hit the center of the stage. That's basically what you want to do. Don't do exactly what I'm doing, because then you can get, you really could get ripped off the stage, and then you would be absolutely screwed over in the head in that one. Like, you have to do this entire bus fight all over again. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's something anybody wants to do. Yeah, so there you go. Like, I missed the opportunity to take him down. See, like I said, if you just stood there, he would have ripped you off the stage and you would have been screwed. Absolutely screwed. Just bounce over him, reach the center, and then you're good, and then boom! That's the end. They're just like... It's a ghost!
It's so unfair. You ruined everything. Nobody loves a ghost.
Oh, of course they do. Pac-Man loves ghosts. See? Pac-Man loves ghosts. He loves them in all flavors. So yeah, if you initially do the game without doing the maze, like the marathon maze, that's what you're gonna get for the screen, 95% complete. So if you do the marathon maze and then defeat the boss, then you'll end up with you'll actually end up with, well, once I show you. Yeah, so you'll have 93%. But when you come back to the game, it will say 98% once you're done with the maze marathon. I promise you that's what it will say. Because I'm going to show you right now what will happen. Like, literally right now. It's going to show you. See, 100%. When you defeat the final boss, that's the screen that's going to show up. 100% complete. But if it says 98% on your save file, do not be alarmed. That's completely normal. You 100% in the game. You're fine. You're completed it well, so you're fine. So yeah. I think that's... Yeah, there you go. See, it says 98%. So, yeah. 10 hours. 10 hours. Literally 10 hours have been invested into this game. It's quite crazy in my opinion. Yeah. So, let's just... I think I'm gonna have to quit though, unfortunately, because I need to show the credits at some point. But, yeah. I hope you guys did enjoy this LP. Really do. Like, really, I really do hope that you enjoy this LP, because this was quite an experience. An emotional, not an emotional roller coaster, but it was quite a roller coaster to say the least. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's like, great, I'm doing this. Oh, one thing that's like I want to nitpick on, well, not nitpick on, but it's just like I thought it was a nice detail. But every family member that has all the I can't speak today. I'm sorry, guys. All the family members that have been captured by the respective enemies in the said areas, except for Baby Pac-Man and Puka, kind of. Puka got captured by anchors, which, I mean, where you see anchors at in the pirate area. In terms of the circus area, shoot, I don't know about Baby Pac-Man, honestly. Maybe the clowns kind of asked them to do that. I don't know. But the barrel thing in the repack version, I thought that was appropriate. So, yeah, no, and it really does make sense. Because, like, you know, you have, like, Puka getting and Baby Pac getting captured by the anchor. The mummy comes from the Animus Rex area, which is Pac Dog, or Chomp Chomp, actually, is his original name. Then, now, of course, Professor Pac gets captured by a UFO. Pac Jr. gets captured by a tiny little robot, which probably will come from the construction zone. And then Miss Pac-Man gets captured by, I would say, quote unquote, it was Pinky that did it. I would say so. I mean, the ghost area, I mean, it makes sense. Just, I don't know. Why do I think it's Pinky? Well, yo, about to find out why in the sequel to this game. You will see the sequel to this game pretty soon. So, yeah. I'm gonna try to wrap this video up like pretty abruptly. So, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this premiere or video if you're just watching the video form. And don't forget to shine bright and stay bright.